So இப்போ என்ன கொடுக்குறேன் Postgres Postgres. My master password is Postgres. So அதை கொடுத்துக்கிட்டேன். Now it will open. Now I will expand my server. Postgres 4 is already added. So databases. So inside that there are several databases are available. I will create a new database. So I am going to query to. Inside that I will type create database named as USR underscore MGMT. So user management semicolon. So execute. So database was created. Now right click on databases and refresh. So verify whether my database is available or not. Yes, it's available. So click on the database. Yes, it's active. Then now verify whether which database was selected. It's not selected. So refresh again. Then choose query to. Now, yes, user management. Here we are verifying. This is for employee. This is for user management. So choose this one, right side. User management Postgres. So inside that I will create a table. Create table. Name of the table as user. I will create a table named as user. Inside that I will create my first column, which is named as ID. First column, which is named as ID. It's auto-generated number, so serial. Auto-generated number, so serial. It's a primary key. It's unique, so primary key. Comma. My second column is username. My second column is username. Then ID is already keyword, so it is something called as I will use UID. So username. Then username as varchar of 50 characters, comma. My third one is password. Password is a keyword, so PASSWD. So password varchar of 50. So sometimes click here to execute. Create table user. User is also a keyword, so create table user login underscore user. So I will change it. Login underscore user. Now I will execute. Sorry. So now I will execute the code. Yes, the table was created successfully. Yeah, the parenthesis, not a curly braces. Sorry. So create table login user, user ID, serial, primary key, username, varchar 50, password varchar 50. So user ID was auto generated, username as well as password. Now I will perform insert operation. Insert into login underscore user into table name values bracket. First field is not required. ID is automatically generated. So the second field username. Username was something called as admin, comma. Password was something called as admin. Then I will execute the query. I think which needs a value. Insert into the bracket. I will give username, comma. SSWD. So I will insert two fields only. So I will create execute. Insert into table name of two fields. Yes, inserted successfully. Insert into login user, username, password, values, execute. Now I will verify with another password, something called as username as Kesavaraja, then password as Raja. So now I will execute again. So execute. Now I will use a select query. Select star from something called as login underscore user. Now I will execute the query. Yes, automatically generate ID. The user ID is 1, admin, user ID is 2, Kesavaraja. So now I will create a database named as user underscore mgmt. Inside that I will create a table login user. I have created a 3 fields and then values was inserted. So file, new, dynamic web project. The name of the project is user underscore management. So user underscore mgmt. Okay. Then next, then generate web.xml, then finish. Now yes, my project was created. So everything was ready. Now initially I will create a file called as login file. So initially I will create database connection. Initially I will create database connection separately. So I will create a class for database connection first. So I will create a class for database connection. So database connection which is common for all the CRUD operations. So new class which is named as something called as DB connector. I will create a class named as DB connector. So finish. So yes. So I will write a DB connection coding. Before that, the database connection which need a Maven. So I will convert my project into configure, convert to Maven project. Finish. So require repositories was installed. So just open Google. Then I will search Maven. Postgres, Maven dependency for Postgres. Maven for Postgres. So Maven repository was open. Just click on the first website. Click on 42.3.2. So click on 42.3.2 and copy paste the dependency. So inside that, open dependencies. Inside that, copy paste the Postgres dependency. Similar way, I need the second dependency, which is named as JSON. I need JSON repository too. So JSON. So I copy paste JSON repository. So same website, I will copy paste JSON repository. So I will paste it here. So now save everything. So dependencies was installed. Now for verification, I will verify inside Maven dependencies, Postgres as well as JSON jar was ready. Now I will click my DB connection code. DB connector.java. So I will write a database connection, basic database connection. So I will write it inside a static function. So public static, write a static function, public static. I will write a function which returns a connection. So connection get DB connection. So I will write a function for creating a database connection because which is common for all this. Control space to import Java. Control space to Java SQL package. Now the connection was ready. Now you will create a database connection. So something called a string. So initially you will create a connection. So connection con, which is equal to null first. So create a connection. The connection is null. Then you will create a URL first. So string db underscore URL. db underscore URL, which is equal to db underscore URL, database URL, which is equal to double quotes. I will write a URL JDBC. I hope everyone is very much familiar. JDBC colon Postgres :/ localhost : 5, the port number is 5432 / my database, which is named as USR underscore MGMT. This is my database name. So my URL was ready. Now the next stage for creating a username, string db underscore user, which is equal to something called as Postgres. Similar way, string db underscore password, which is equal to Postgres. So I will create a database username as well as password. Now I will create a try catch block. So class dot for name double quotes, the driver was org dot post plus dot drive. So this is the default driver for Postgres database. So I'm giving the driver name too. Now close the things and semicolon. So now a class is ready. Now I will call my connection con equal driver manager dot get connection of driver manager dot get connection of URL comma user db URL db underscore URL comma db underscore user db underscore URL comma db underscore user comma db underscore password. So I will give the required things for creating a database connection. So entire thing was ready. Now I will close my catch try block and open a catch block exception. So the block was common. So catch block was common. So inside the catch block, I will print something e dot print tag trace of. So nothing is enough. So after catch block, the function which returns something. So return con. So connection was returned. So now I will create a database connection, which is common for all the programs. So new, the program which will be named as new class, named as login. So new class which is named as login. So finish. So similar way, I will type extends HTTP servlet. So extends HTTP servlet. So inside that I will write do something do get. Okay, do get of your wish. So I will write do get and I will overwrite these things. This is not required now. So now everything was ready. So I will read the data from my HTML program or otherwise my Postman. So I will read that. So string uname equal to request dot get parameter of uname. So string uname equal to request dot get parameter of uname. Similar way, string pwd, which is equal to request dot get parameter of pwd. So now I will get username and password from my HTML program or Postman environment. So I will read the data. So both the data was received. Now I will create a session. So HTTP session. I will create a new session. So HTTP session. So session object, it will be named as session, which is equal to session object, it will be named as session, which is equal to, so HTTP session equal to something request dot get session of. So create a new session. So yes, okay, fine. Now a session was created. Now I will use something, whatever needed, I will call that things print writer. It's always needed. Print writer, something called as out equal to response dot get writer. So whatever needed, I have called everything. So that's the things was enough. Now I will open my try catch block. Entire try catch block, it is open. I will create a connection con which is equal to connection which is equal to, I will call my program, static program, pb connector dot pb get pb connection of. I will call, so I will import my Java class here. So automatically connection established from my db connector program. So again and again writing user ID, password is not required. So everything which called from that. Now I will create a statement sp which is equal statement sp which is equal con dot create statement of con dot create statement of. Now open something statement. So include from, sorry, not from Java Bean, include it. So not from Java Bean, properly include it from java.sql. Okay. So now open from result set. Result set rs is equal to sp dot execute query of that query is select star from my table which is named as login underscore user. So select star from login underscore user semicolon. So now my query was executed. So while inside that rs dot next of, so read all those data. So opening a while loop. So entire thing was ready. So opening a while loop. So inside that I will verify my password. So something called as if, what are the things? Uname dot equals of rs dot get string of rs dot set string of, what's the field name in pgadmin? Please verify. The field name was username. So user name. And similar way, and pwd dot equals of rs dot get string of PASSWD password. So the condition was matched. If both the condition was matched, then you will return the data. You will set the data in session. So session dot set attribute of something called as uname, comma uname. So I will set the session name as uname. So uname was set. Now I will return a value. So JSON object jo, your name, any name. JSON object jo equal to new JSON object of. So I will create a JSON object. I will put something jo dot put something status equal to JSON value. So status equal to success. So I will send the status success. Your project was success. So I will return the value, something called the success. So I will set a flag. The flag named something. I will set a flag. Here I will set a flag boolean LOGGED logged in equal to false. Boolean logged in equal to false. If here it's logged in, so LOGGED logged in, it is equal to true. So I will set a flag. Now I will verify everything. So after while loop, I will check if after logged in, I will check if something called as logged in equal to false. If it's false, if logged in equal to false, then I will open the things. If logged in equal to false, then I will open the things. I will copy paste these things, this two line. I will paste here and status equal to fail. Status equal to fail. So at last I return the result. I will return the result. So I will return here out.print ln of something called as JO is an object dot to string of semicolon. Similar way, I have copy pasted this here also. So if login success, it will return a message as success. If login fail, it will return a message as fail. Similarly, if login success, it stores a session.set attribute as username. Session.set attribute as username. So entire login page was ready. So sorry, I think I have missed a catch block. So catch of exception. Inside that e dot print stack trace off. So now save the file. I hope entire thing was completed. So entire login operations was completed. So login verified, set a session. If login not verified, it will return a value as failed. So now it's my duty to write a web.xml file as a same copy. Here I will open something called the Servlet. Inside that Servlet -name, the name of the servlet as login. So servlet -class. So name of the servlet class as login LCAPS. And similar way I will write servlet -mapping. Inside that I will type servlet -name. So name of the servlet as login. Then URL -pattern. And URL pattern is /login. Save the file. Now execute the project. Run on server. Choose my server. Next, and then finish. So here I will type my page name as login. So login, question mark, get method, so question mark, uname equal to admin, ampersand, pwd equal to admin. I will press enter. So db URL equal to jdbc colon postgres colon / localhost. Okay, same. Now I will execute the file. Thanks. So run on server. Next, and then finish. Restart the server. I hope now it works. Question mark, uname equal to admin, ampersand, pwd equal to admin. Right. Yes, success. If I will enter a wrong password, admin1, then which return login fail. So yes, fine, everything works fine. So entire thing which works fine. So new class, oh yes, implements. So it pre-processing all the requests as well as post-processing all the response. So implements filter. So inside that I will write the function called as do filter off. So HTTP servlet request equal REQ, which is equal to HTTP servlet request. So similar way, if needed, response அதே மாதிரி மாத்திக்கலாம். இப்போ நமக்கு ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் தேவையில்ல. ஸோ நான் என்னோட செஷனை ரீட் பண்ணி பார்க்க போறேன். ஸோ HTTP session something called the session is equal to request REQ dot get session of. So I will read a session, so false. Read the existing session, so false. So session was ready. Now I will verify string URL which is equal to, if URL which is equal to request dot get request URI, uniform resource identifier, otherwise read the path first. Get context path. Read the context path. So read the path which is available in the browser. So browser la enna path irukko and path appadi read panni plus double quote slash login. So context path na and the localhost colon 8080 வரைக்கும் உள்ள 8080 slash நம்மளோட user management. So அது வரைக்கும் உள்ள context path. So அது கூட slash login வைக்க boolean something called as LOGIN, login. So user எப்ப login ஆயிருக்காங்கன்னு அர்த்தம் login. So எப்ப login equal to true ஆ இருக்கணும் equal to session which is not equal to null. If session which is not equal to null, then session நல்லா இல்ல, செஷன்ல ஏதோ ஒரு டம்மி வேல்யூ இருக்கு, அதாவது ஏதோ ஒரு யூசர் நேம் வாங்கி இருக்கு அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம், செஷன் நல்லா இல்ல, செஷன்ல ஏதோ ஒரு யூசர் நேம் இருக்கு, வேணா அதையும் செக் பண்ணிடுவோம். something called as session dot get attribute of uname. session unameல ஏதோ ஒரு வேல்யூ இருக்கு, either session not equal to null and session dot get attribute of uname which comprising of some value. Similarly இதையும் அப்படியே செக் பண்ணுங்க, which is not equal to null. So ரெண்டுமே not equal to null இருந்தா login true. So அப்பனா நீ வந்து இனி அடுத்த பேஜுக்கு மூவ் ஆகலாம்னு அர்த்தம், boolean என்ன ஒரு வேரியபிள் வச்சிருக்கேன், something called as login request which is equal to request dot get request URI. So நம்ம request பண்ண URI அதாவது request பண்ண path, so request பண்ண path which is dot equals of நம்ம எங்க எழுதி வச்சிருக்கோம் URL. request பண்ண path URL க்கு ஈக்குவலா இருந்துச்சுன்னா, அதாவது லாகின் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, அட்ரஸ் பார்ல லாகின் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த ஆளையும் பெர்மிட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்றேன். ஒன்னு செஷன் சக்சஸா இருந்தா பெர்மிட் பண்ணிடு, இல்லைன்னா லாகினா இருந்தா பெர்மிட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்லலாம். ஸோ if login EDIN logged in or login. ஒன்னு லாகின் ரெக்வெஸ்டா இருக்கணும், இல்லைன்னா லாக்இன்னா இருக்கணும். இந்த ரெண்டுல ஒன்னு இருந்துச்சுன்னா பெர்மிட் பண்ணி செயின் in the sense arg2 dot பெர்மிட் பண்ணணும். do filter of request response. Here request is arg0, response is arg1. பாப்பனா login ட்ரூவா இருந்து அல்லது login URL login இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த ஆளை பெர்மிட் பண்ணி. in case இல்லாம இருந்துச்சுன்னா வேற யாராவது வந்துட்டாங்கன்னா நம்ம send redirect அப்படி ஏதாவது கொடுத்துக்கலாம். நான் இப்போதைக்கு இதுல இருந்து எடுத்துக்கிறேன், இதுல கொடுத்து இதை காப்பி பண்ணிக்கிறேன். லாகின் ஃபெயில்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி காப்பி பண்ணிக்கிறேன். இப்போதைக்கு இதை எடுத்துக்கிறேன். இதுல இருந்து தேவையானது அப்படியே காப்பி பண்ணிக்கிறேன். இப்போ லாகின் ஃபில்டர் ரெடி ஆயிட்டு. ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் இல்லை, ரெஸ்பான்ஸ்க்கு பதிலாக அங்கே என்ன இருக்கு arg2. சாரி arg1. ஸ்டேட்டஸ் ஃபெயில்டு. ஸோ சேவ் பண்ணியாச்சு. இது என்ன பண்ணோம், ரெக்வெஸ்டட் URL லாகினா இருந்துச்சுன்னா டேட்டா வாங்கும், லாகினா இல்லைன்னா செஷன்ல ஏதாவது வேல்யூ இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் வாங்கும். செஷன்ல எதுவுமே இல்லையா அடுத்த யூஆர்எலுக்கு அலோவே பண்ண, இதுதான் எப்போ பண்ணோம் ஃபில்டர் பண்ணோம். அது இல்லாம டைரக்டா அடுத்த யூஆர்எலுக்கு போனாலே ஃபெயில்டு மெசேஜ் வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், நம்மளோட web.xml போய் ஃபில்டருக்கு எழுதணும். web.xml போய் ஃபில்டருக்கு எழுதணும். ஸோ ஃபில்டர் name of the filter as login filter, then filter hyphen class, name of the filter class as login filter. So filter name எழுதியாச்சு, filter class எழுதியாச்சு. அடுத்து என்ன பண்ணணும், something called as filter mapping. நான் ஜஸ்ட் இதுல இருந்து வேணா எடுக்கிறேன், டைம் வேஸ்ட். So filter mapping, we'll copy paste it from here. The URL pattern, not servlet class, I will comment to all. So URL hyphen PATTER, something called as class star. So it's supported for all. So okay, now filter verify whether it's login filter. Initially login data pass ஆகணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் அடுத்த லிங்க் போனாதான் அடுத்த லிங்க் ஒர்க் ஆகும், இல்லைன்னா அடுத்த லிங்க் ஒர்க் ஆகும். ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்காக நான் இன்னொரு கிளாஸ் கிரியேட் பண்றேன். நியூ கிளாஸ், the name of the classes set operation, so read user finish, read user finish, then extends http servlet, extends http servlet. Inside that I will write do get off. Entire thing was fine, I will hide everything. Yes, I will copy paste from login.java. So I will copy paste the entire code from login.java. Copy and then paste it inside read user to get off. So I think username password is not required, logged in is not required, HTTP session is not required, print writer is reader, connection okay, select star from login okay, if rs.next off okay, if is not required. So rs.next off, so session is not required here. So based on object AO equal to, now I will put jo dot put of something uid is equal to rs dot get int of uid. In similar way, we copy paste the two. So I will get the value and return the value. So yes, name. I think my database name was username. So username. In similar way, jo dot put of pwd is equal to PASSWD. So if needed, success is not required now. Everything was fine. I will create a JSON array. I will create a JSON array, something called as row equal to new JSON array of semicolon. So I will use something called as row dot add row dot put of j. So it is added in the array. Now after while loop, entire thing was added in array. After while loop, I will add out dot println something called as row. So entire row was written. While loop was completed, try block was completed. After that, there is a catch block is needed. If is not required, the catch block is needed. Entire thing was right. Now this program was read user, which is ready. So select star from table name. So it read the data from table and return in a JSON array. So entire thing was ready. Connection statement result set JSON array while rs.next object read the three data and return the data. I hope it's fine. Now I'm entering into my web.xml file. Web.xml. I will copy paste login things. I will write here for read user. Read user. User. And then I will type it here read user. So entire thing was ready. Now I will execute my file. Initially, I will open read user. I return anything which return status fail. Once login question mark uname equal to admin and pwd equal to admin, enter success. After that, after success, the value was session value was set. Now I will use user read off, enter. Sorry, what's the filter name? Read user of, sorry. Read user of, I will enter, which return an entire thing. I think do filter. Int is not working for a bad value name. Okay, I will remove int first. Here it's not a serial, so it's not an integer. Sorry, I think I will paste everything for int. So here for string. These two things are string. Username and password are string. So now I will execute my program, run as run on server, localhost tomcat next finish. Restart the server. So entire thing was failed. You can type read user, then it's failed. After login only, the filter allows you to. After login only, the filter allows you to enter into all other APIs. So uname equal to admin ampersand pwd equal to admin. Yes, success. Now I will type read user of which allow and return entire things. Which allow you and return entire things.